Breaking news from HCIC25. Epic is here. Yes, that Epic. Okay, maybe it's not breaking news. And it is Sam Searing, who a lot of us know in the industry. Okay, maybe it's not a big deal at all. Or maybe it is. Let's get to it.
Swaay Health.
Hello, Colin Hung here at the end of day 2 here at HCIC25 in Las Vegas, Nevada. I don't know if you can tell, but it is dark outside, so this literally is at the end of the day. Now, I know what you're thinking. Where is my companion, Brittany Quemby? Where is she? Well, sad to say, we've lost her somewhere in this cavernous Caesar's Palace exhibit hall. She's wandering around somewhere. I'm pretty sure she's not gambling, but I think she might be on the hunt for some Band-Aids because poor girl, she's been on her feet all day. So I'm doing this one solo. So what are my key takeaways from today? Well, one of the best sessions I went to was the one that was held by Mount Sinai. They did a session on helping their physicians be camera ready, and there were just so many great takeaways in there. They run this boot camp that really helps physicians find themselves, find their voice on camera. And it's not a boot camp in terms of teaching them how to be on camera. It's just teaching them how to be comfortable saying things, talking, and interacting with someone who's maybe doing an interview with them. It just makes them comfortable so that when the team who comes around and does social media content, they are going to be ready. And I thought, that bootcamp was awesome. And then the results they were able to show from their social engagement when they started posting short form content, 90 seconds with a 3-second hook right at the beginning was incredible. Amazing results. It's definitely a formula that we should all strive for. The more videos that we put out there on YouTube, TikTok, and all the other socials. One of the biggest takeaways from that session for me, though, was the fact that they do not subscribe to the X of the month or X of the week in terms of what awareness week it is, or what they just find that kind of awareness only resonates with fellow healthcare people. It actually doesn't resonate with the public. And I thought one of the presenters made it very clear. Listen, if you've got diabetes, if you've got breast cancer, if you've got someone that has one of these diseases, you're not waiting for that month or week to be worried about it. You're worried in January, in February, in March. And I thought that was a really key takeaway. Now, another really great session and key takeaway for me is Epic is definitely here in this industry. I've talked to Sam Searing. You've seen me interviewing Sam Searing from Epic a number of times. The Cheers system from Epic, along with Hello World and other solutions that they're bringing a lot of technology, a lot of know-how, and obviously a lot of integration and valuable data to this marketing world. And here at HCIC25, they've had a couple of sessions where they presented some pretty incredible case studies. The one that was today was from Summa Health, and they presented how they're using a completely integrated system using Hello World to outreach to their patients, but then also having that outreach come back and go directly into the EHR. I was talking to the presenter, and they basically are able to do some incredible attribution where they take the campaign and they can track it all the way not only to the appointments booked, but all the way through to the revenue generated. Talk about valuable data. And that's only possible because everything is living in Epic. Now, that's not to say Epic is flawless. There were certainly some comments from the audience that there's lots of work that needs to be done, but I think there's some hope here that tighter integration between the operational and clinical side of healthcare and marketing is starting to come down. That silo, that wall between is coming down. And let's be honest, if we can get someone as powerful as Epic to help break down that barrier, I think that will benefit everyone in healthcare. Actually, I lied. Brittany wasn't walking around Caesar's Palace looking for Band-Aids. She was actually out getting insights from one of the speakers here at HCIC25.
We're here at HCIC, and I'm joined here by Carla Rivera from Broward Health. Carla, tell me a little bit about what you think, the top trends are here at HCIC this year.
Sure. So I've seen a lot of conversation about AI still, which is great. It's one of my favorite topics. I try to stay away from it, but I still incorporate a little bit in my session because we can't live with AI these days. So I've seen a lot about that. I've seen a lot of social media still, short form content, how people are using influencer marketing. But yeah, it's one of my favorite conferences. They have a lot of content that are, a lot of the topics are like competing against each other during the same sessions, which is great. So there's a lot to learn from here today.
And you talked about short form content. So I had the privilege of being able to go to your session, which was great and well attended. You talked a lot about different platforms that you use in your social media. So I'm curious, are there your top two platforms that you find that you get the most engagement on? What would those be if you were kind of giving advice to someone to pop on with short form content?
Surprisingly for us, it's been Instagram and LinkedIn. So Instagram's not so surprising, but LinkedIn was a big surprise. When we started pushing short form content through there, it did really well. And I think a lot of the people who used to be very active on Twitter has like kind of moved on into LinkedIn, and LinkedIn created a platform that's very friendly for short form content. So the content does really well there.
Interesting. I think we see that too. We were very heavily active in the Twitter X sphere for a while, and then I think we've seen that shift to, for a lot of even just B2B and B2C, companies go over to LinkedIn. So I think we're seeing that trend too. One of the things that was interesting in your session is you talked about, really kind of immersing yourself in, with the faculty and the staff of the hospital to, get some of your short form content. What would be your advice to people who might be struggling, to try and get people on board, or just, getting that short form content to have for, social media?
I think what's helped me a lot has been building those relationships with the different departments to help, work as a partner with them on what type of content does well or what can we not do. It really helped for me to like cold call them or just show up and say, "Hi, I'm Carla. I'm your social media manager, and this is what I'm trying to do. It's okay to take donuts. Everybody loves donuts."
There you go.
So you kind of build a relationship with these departments and help you really manage the scary part of social media for healthcare, where it's, the compliance, the risks, the legal issues that you might have, or any challenges like that. So that really helps. And then creating that, just not being scared of creating content, and then working with them to show them what you're doing and learning that way what they like and what they don't like. And I think that helps build your confidence as a creator, as well as building that trust as well, where, okay, she's creating this content, she's talking to the right people, we're going to be okay. So
right. It gives them a little insight into kind of what they can expect of the outcome.
Yes.
And they feel a little bit more comfortable.
Correct. So I think that really goes a long way.
And I mean, who doesn't love donuts?
Yes.
And cold calling. Those are two of the greatest advice I've heard, this whole conference. So
thank you.
Well, thank you for being here with us, Carla. It's always a pleasure to see you, and enjoy the rest of the show.
Thank you. You too.
The last thing I'll say, and my key takeaway from today, is I am tired. I don't know if you can see it. I am dead tired, but it's a good tired. I've had so many wonderful conversations. I've had some amazing comments. I'm going to share those with you in my final wrap up. Got a lot of commentary from attendees as well as some vendors here about what their key takeaway was. And boy, I missed a lot. I thought I went to a lot of sessions, but boy, did these people show me that I missed a ton of great insights. And I'm actually looking forward to sharing those with you tomorrow. So on behalf of Brittany, Quemby, and myself here in HCIC25 in Las Vegas, thanks for watching this Day 2 recap, and I'll catch you on the next video.